The air buzzed, like a live wire. 5 college friends, Maya, Liam, Chloe, Sam, and Noah were ready. Their old beat-up van, nicknamed the Wanderer, was packed. Packed with snacks, packed with laughter, packed with dreams of the open road. A spring break road trip. Freedom tasted sweet, sweeter than any candy bar. They were going to the coast. Miles and miles of adventure waited, or so they thought. They piled into the van, music already blasting. Windows down, spirits way, way up. Liam gripped the steering wheel, a wide grin stretched across his face. "Next stop, Sunshine," he yelled over the music. Chloe was already scrolling through maps on her phone, planning every cool stop, every scenic view. Sam and Noah were in the back, joking, teasing, the usual stuff. Maya, however, felt a tiny shiver, a little worm of worry. She looked out the window. The sky seemed a bit too gray, the trees a bit too still, like they were holding their breath, waiting. She tried to shake it off. Silly, right? Just pre-trip jitters. Everyone got those, didn't they? But the feeling clung to her, like sticky cobwebs. The van rumbled to life. It coughed once, twice, then settled into a steady hum, a familiar sound, usually comforting. Today it sounded different, almost like a warning growl, a very, very low growl, lost beneath the happy shouts, lost beneath the thumping bass of their favorite song. Their journey began, towns blurred past, fields of green, lines on the highway, hypnotic, but as miles ticked by, strange things started, little things. A bird hit the windshield, thud, gone, just like that. Then their GPS went haywire, spinning wildly, sending them down a creepy, deserted side road. "Shortcut," Liam joked, but his laugh sounded a little forced. The van's radio crackled with static. Weird whispers seemed to hide in the noise. Or was it just their imagination? Getting tired, maybe? The creepy side road led them to a bus station. Their van sputtered, coughed and died. Completely dead. "Great," Sam grumbled, kicking a tire just great stranded. But then, a sleek modern bus pulled in, Coastal Express written on its side. Perfect. Or was it? Maya's uneasy feeling returned stronger now, like a cold hand gripping her heart. The bus driver smiled, a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes that looked empty, cold. They bought their tickets. What else could they do? As they boarded, Maya felt a wave of dizziness. The air inside the bus was thick, heavy. She sat down, her head throbbed. Then it happened. A vision so real, so terrifying, metal twisted. Screams echoed. The smell of gasoline, fire, so much fire. She saw the bus, their bus, tumbling, crashing. She saw her friends, oh no, not her friends. The vision ended. She gasped, cold sweat dripped down her face. "Get off, we have to get off the bus!" Maya screamed, her voice raw, shaking. Her friends stared, confused, annoyed. "Maya, what's wrong with you?" Liam asked. "You had a nightmare?" Chloe added, trying to be calm, but Maya couldn't stop. "It's going to crash, I saw it, we have to leave, now!" She was frantic, pulling at their arms, tears streaming down her cheeks. Her terror was so real, so raw, it was hard to ignore. Some people on the bus grumbled, told her to sit down, but a few of her friends hesitated. Sam looked at Liam. Noah looked at Chloe. Maya's fear felt contagious. Okay, Maya, Liam said slowly. "We'll get off if it makes you feel better." He didn't believe her, not really, but he couldn't stand seeing her like this. So, Maya, Liam, Chloe, and Sam scrambled off the bus just as the doors hissed shut. Noah, he stayed, he just rolled his eyes. "You guys are crazy," he called out. The bus pulled away. They stood by the roadside, feeling a little foolish, especially Liam and Chloe. The bus disappeared around a bend, silence. Then, a sound, a terrible screeching sound, followed by a deafening crash. Boom! Black smoke billowed into the sky, just like in Maya's vision. They ran. Their hearts pounded like jungle drums. What they saw made them sick. The bus, twisted, burning, horrible. Noah. He was on that bus. They had escaped, but Noah hadn't. Days later the shock wore off, replaced by a chilling thought. They had cheated death, but death doesn't like to be cheated, does it? Strange things started happening, small at first. A loose floorboard almost tripped Sam. Down a whole flight of stairs, a flickering light bulb exploded, showering Chloe with hot glass, just missing her eyes. These weren't normal accidents, they felt planned, too perfect, too close, as if an invisible hand was guiding them. Then the real horror began. Sam was at the gym, working out. He loved the gym, felt strong there, but not today. A heavy weight rack, it wobbled, just a little. Then, crash, it toppled, right where he'd been standing. Seconds before, he'd bent down to tie his shoe, pure luck, or something else. He ran out, shaking, he knew. They all knew. This was no coincidence, death was coming for them, one by one, in the order they were supposed to die on that bus. Fear became their constant companion. It followed them, Into their rooms, into their dreams. They couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. Every shadow looked like a threat. Every sudden noise made them jump. They were living on a knife's edge, waiting for the next accident, waiting for death's next clever trick. The world, once so familiar, now seemed full of hidden dangers. Everyday objects, a toaster, a ceiling fan, a puddle of water, all became weapons, pointed right at them. The friends huddled together. What was left of them? Fear had a new friend. Suspicion. Did someone know more? Was someone next? Could they even trust each other? The strain was tearing them apart. Sleep was a forgotten luxury, replaced by wide, staring eyes. Every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of the wind, it could be it. The final curtain call. They jumped at shadows, they snapped at each other. The happy group from the road trip, gone, vanished. They tried to fight back, to understand. Was there a list, a design? Maya remembered stories, urban legends, about people who cheated death, and how death always found a way. They searched online, old newspapers, anything, looking for clues, for a way out. They found stories, chilling stories, of other groups, other accidents, other survivors. Who didn't stay survivors for long? The pattern was always the same. Death was patient, death was clever. Escaping fate, it felt impossible. Like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. Every choice they made felt heavy, loaded. Did this door lead to safety or to a carefully laid trap? Did staying together help, or did it make them easier targets? The questions swirled, dark, confusing, no easy answers, only more fear, more uncertainty. They were puppets. And death pulled the strings, invisible, unstoppable. Or was it? They had to try, they had to keep moving, keep thinking, keep looking for a loophole. A tiny crack in death's grand design, but the air grew colder, the shadows grew longer. Every tick of the clock sounded like a countdown. A countdown to what? To the next freak accident, to the next friend lost? Cheating death was one thing, but staying ahead of its relentless pursuit, that was a whole different nightmare. A nightmare they were living, every single, terrifying second. Could they win? The answer was a chilling whisper in the dark. Maybe, just maybe not.